Hello YouTube, so I once and free welcome you back to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episodes, we started and we did Jabu's Shrine. 24 hours later, we finished up the rest of the episode traveling our way across here to here. Yes, it took us over 40 minutes to do this area here. Oh god. Okay. This episode, we are now going to start climbing the mountain, which will be snowy. Now, I'll probably put an arrow on screen, but you see the area with like a little needle thing. You'll see it start to decrease. It's next to the map as well. It has like a C. Well, that tells you the temperature of what you're going to be in. It's going down, and we are now in below temperature freezing temperatures. Which means we will start taking cold damage, or freezing damage, which we just did. There are many ways to overcome it. I made myself a different type of food. We'll eat this one. As you saw, it just decreased the blue bar, giving us a snowflake down. That gives us cold resistance, so we are now fine in the snow the way we are. Okay. Oh, okay, then so... No, don't kill him yet. Time for me to finally show this. See that? We can collect arrows by letting them hit our wooden shields with arrows. But know this, your shield can only take so much punishment before it actually starts to break. So, be careful about that. But yeah, it's a really good way to grind arrows if you really need them. And normal arrows are seriously common though. Okay, let's go back to my spear. By the way, campfires. You can make them wherever you want. Just harvest yourself some wood, hold it, drop the wood on the ground, and use any form of fire. And campfire. You can stand by it to warm up, you can sit and advance the time. It's easy. Now then, I do believe there are indeed some more bokoblins right up there. We're gonna have to be careful here, because there are bomb barrels. No. Okay, because we got ourselves a wooden chest. Now, these wooden chests can actually break. So, be careful with that. More arrows. Yay. Let's quickly grab the loot. Actually, I'm going to drop this shield. Yeah, it's the weakest shield, and it's already taken a bit of a beating, so that's on its way out. Okay, as you can tell, you walk very, very, very slow in the snow. There are ways you can use to get around it, but there's a really good way a bit later on. Ah, we got ourselves a blue bokoblin. It's got a pretty good shield and weapon. Try not to lose it, if you can help it. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, there you are. Okay, guess we're using the sword. Hey, we finally get to fight with a sword! Boom! Yeah! Bokoblin guts. Okay, let's drop ourselves a crappy shield, which I'm gonna guess should be that. Spiked bokoblin shield now. So, pop over here, get a chest while being extremely exhausted. Amber! Okay, I do want to show something around here, but that's in master mode, but we'll get to that when we're below, which is the area is called the River of the Dead. The reason why it's called that is because you jump in that water, you're dead. The water is so freezing, you will die of hypothermia within seconds. Now, memory serves me correct. We are going this way. Our cold resistance is about to wear off, but it's fine. Woo! We go over here, we'll find this rock. And bonk! Okay, let's eat this. And now we have 4 minutes of cold resistance. We've only got one more cold resistance food. By the way, you see that little point up there on that mountain? That is where you get the other bit of clothing. Now, if you actually wanted to, you could collect that clothing before, and you could wear that, and you no longer have to worry about this mountain's cold weather. Just wear that, and you're solid. Solid as a warm, snuggly Goron. But, as I said before, I don't want to grab it yet, because for a reason later on that I don't really want to spoil. Oh wait, isn't that... Yeah, there's an area still down there to go to. I'm dead. God damn it! Okay. Oh no, wait, I won't start yet. Actually, no, this is a good place to start. Sorry about that. Back with that Korok. Yeah, sorry, should have done it this way. Oh, look down there, more rush moons. If you follow it along here, you'll find this slab. You can't use Magnetus on this, you actually have to use Status. Send it flying! And Korok. Okay. That's the... There's these 2 Koroks here, which are the only ones for this little bit area, so we're good here. I do think there is something if you keep going along this path, though. I could be wrong. I could just be crazy. I think I might be crazy, guys. I think being alone in the wild for so long already has already made me crazy. Oh god, guys, what do I do? I know. Need to get back up. Ah, here we go. Okay, that's not gonna work. Get off. I forget if it's this or the next one across. It's the next one across. Okay. There a chest there? Nope. Okay, we are actually gonna climb this anyway. Hold on, I need to sneeze, I think. Due to how much cold resistance time I have left, I really should really be quick about this. Now, the shrine, I do believe, is right over there, so we're close. But I want to climb this for 2 reasons. I'm going to show you about the cold resistant suits, and also something else. So if you climb all the way up here, here's the old man. Now, I'm going to quickly save this, so I could just load. Now, talk to him. Aha, enjoy gazing out to the world from here. Breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get the full view of the entire plateau. Use your scope to look for shrines. When you locate one, pinpoint one on the map or marker. You did well to make it this far without the proper clothing. Please take this warm doublet as a reward for your tenancy. And we got the warm doublet. Now I'm gonna load. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm being real stubborn about this. If you go to this and search, you'll find yourself an ember. Okay, we're done on this mountain now. I thought I was gonna die. Okay, we actually want to go down here, because you recognize that was where we just was. Like, coming down here, you'll see this. You'll see weird rock formations like this throughout the game as well. Well, the best, you're going to want to find rocks and fill in the gaps. If you can't find them, use this, the status, and you'll find, and try and look for something that glows like this rock did. So now, let's put this here and make ourselves a boob. I'm sorry. Yep, it's a Korok. Whenever you see something weird like that, it's going to be a Korok. Okay, let's get down here quick. Whee! Whoa. Now, if we want to go to the shrine, we go up there towards those goblins. But if you go this way, you will find... It should be right over there, I think. Is it here? Or is it further down? Oh, okay, it's a little bit further down. I still want to do this first, though. Oh, look, it's an EX chest. Five bomb arrows. Nice. Now, that's what I'm looking for right there. Oh, sugar, I thought I was dead. You see that big block of ice? We're going to want to melt that. Any chest there? Don't look like it. Okay, we're going to want to melt this, and the fastest way I find is to just do this. Once you melt it, does this look familiar? We have 10 out of what I believe to be 17 Korok seeds for the Great Plateau. So, only 7 more to go. So, okay, now we're on the cold temperature again. This is our only cold food left. You know what? That's fine. I have an idea on what I'm gonna do. We might be on the Great Plateau for one more episode after this, guys. Or should we? Actually, you know what? No. This episode, I actually plan to end the Great Plateau, but we will be returning. Once we get a few things, we are going to come back and finish the Great Plateau, getting the remaining Korok seeds and whatever else there is to be gotten here on the Great Plateau. So if you know
that I've missed stuff here on the Great Plateau, do not worry, I am coming back. So don't fret, we will return.
The early game, don't worry too much about grabbing like all the monster parts and that. We will be fighting a lot of monsters as the game progresses. Okay, we've been going for 13 minutes so far, that's fine. We got ourselves a chest in the middle of that frozen lake, or pond. We can't get that yet. We'll be able to get it after the shrine. Okay, as you can tell, I've gotten impatient with the intros to the shrines. There's no need to really watch them every single time. I showed the first 2 because, well, it was the first 2 basically, the first one. So I just wanted to show what they were like, but now I skip them. Tear of Knowledge! Now we get the Cryonis. Create a pillar of ice from the water's surface. Build pillars of ice that are very stable. Use these pillars to be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. Basically what I say there about the break is that when you do this, that is basically a nice pillar. Use it again to break it. You can climb it, despite it being ice. Yeah, I should have jumped. Yeah, besides it being ice, you can climb it. Now, this puzzle here stumped me the first time I played it. You gotta do this. Okay, we got another one of these guys. We can sneak up on him. Oh damn it! I came out too early. Oh yeah, I'm gonna deflect ya. I did not deflect. Come on then, come on then. Easy enough. But yeah, as you can see, we can only have 3 pillars out at a time. There is a limit. Okay, if memory serves me right, this is actually a weapon. A bad one, but a weapon at least. So let's drop something. Yeah, Traveler's Spear. Don't really want it, so I'm going to drop it. Okay, we got ourselves a bit of a balance beam here. And done. And that's it. This shrine is complete. If you look, we have the chest symbol on that shrine, that shrine, that shrine, and that shrine. We have 100%ed each shrine on the Great Plateau. Let's get ourselves that final spirit orb of the Great Plateau. I'm not going to do it this time. That joke has lost its luster. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first... Imagine an X on your map with 4 shrines as the end points. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where the 2 lines connect, the shrines would cross. There, I will be waiting. Yeah, as you can tell, he's not exactly your ordinary old man. Okay, we're gonna go and grab this chest now. I warn you, this chest has killed me a bunch of times, so try to be careful. And watch me not be careful. Okay. No, 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 yes! Whew. Actually, I don't need to do this way back. By the way, so it's a shrine here, shrine here, shrine there. It's just like, imagine it goes across... Then it goes up like that, but the lines they cross, they actually converge here at the Temple of Time. So, we've been there once. I will meet you guys over at the Temple of Time. Okay, we're here up at the Temple of Time, but as you'll notice, there's something a little different. The statue we saw over at the back, I admit I never went to it, but it was there in the background. It's glowing this time. Last time it wasn't. What could this possibly mean? Pray. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire? This is the mechanic of the game that boosts your stats, either hearts or stamina. And for each 4 spirit orbs, there's a total of 120 shrines in the game, basically 120 spirit orbs to collect. Thanks to the new DLC Pack 2, though, there has been added 4 more shrines, 4 more spirit orbs. So there is like an extra set you can get, but we're not going to be in that for a long time. My choice is stamina. Yes. Stamina vessel. Bing.
Ho!
I'm not gonna say a word. Link's even getting angry even calling me a hoe. The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Yeah, now, I know the reason I choose stamina is that you've noticed stamina is kind of a pain to deal with at the very early portions of the game. So I tend to focus a bit more on stamina at the start before my hearts. So, we're going to climb up here. And we're going to head over into there where he is. Now we're going to get now this is a warning, guys. As soon as we enter that area there where he is, we're going to get a story cutscene. If you don't want to see it, I will put a timestamp of where to skip to if you don't want to be spoiled for any of the story. So, you have been warned. Let the story begin.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, The princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on, here's the paraglider, just as I promised. We finally have the paraglider. So now we can soar through the sky. Well, sail through the sky. The Isolated Palazzo main quest is now complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Note to you actually could have come up here sooner and grabbed this chest, but oh well. I'm actually going to set this to Seek Impa. Now, oh no wait, it's not that. It's, believe it or not, it's a bow. A really good bow as well, the Soldier's Bow. It's the best bow you'll find here on the Great Plateau. Now, we'll get in a few of the quests that appear, and so what I want to do right now is climb this. We have been going for over 30 minutes, or just about 30 minutes, depending on what I've cut out. But there is still one more thing, 2 more things I want to show before we come off. First thing is what's up here. Then we're heading back over there to the house. Because remember I said about those warm clothes? Now I will get them. By the way, you see that over there? That pier to the water? We'll be going back to these. We will be returning here to the Great Plateau later. Hopefully soonish. Korok! Okay then, let's jump and glide! We're heading over here now, back to the old man's house. By the way, now I feel safe in saying this. If you watched my intro video, you know that I had plans for a form of challenge videos. Well, that's coming into play. Tomorrow? It should be, or it'll be on Sunday. Because on the weekend, I'm uploading the very first challenge video, which is going to be trying to kill that Lionel. Remember the one I showed you in the first episode? Yeah, we're gonna try and kill it. And here's the chest. You're probably wondering why I felt like to grab that now instead of before. Well, I guess I could say this. There is a form of a sensor we are going to get a little bit later on throughout the game. It's actually something I'm going to be working towards now. So we can return here to the Great Plateau and finish everything else off. And the sensor, believe it or not, doesn't register this chest unless you open it. So it will, well actually, it will register it, but it will never go away. So if you would have gotten this, this clothing before, the sensor will constantly tell you that there is a chest right here, but you will not be able to find it no matter what you do. This is why I picked this up. I didn't want to pick it up sooner. If you picked it up before, and if you're getting a reading to this house, ignore it. There is nothing here. This is the only chest, and I will return here with that sensor to show you that there won't be nothing, and in the master mode version I will show you there will be something. Because I will get this sooner on my master mode version than I did here. Well, at least I hope. I don't remember. But yeah, that will do for this episode. I will be starting off right here on the Great Plateau Tower, which I guess I'll just skip ahead to now. So, that will be ending off this episode, and also somewhat ended off the Great Plateau. Now, I know you guys are thinking, what, but we have not even done everything here. We haven't, like, properly searched this area here, or around here, or any of this area here, and the forest. Yes, I know. But we will be returning with a set amount of stuff, like the sensor, another thing that works with the, as from parts of the ruins, or the runes, and as well as an item from the first DLC pack, which we can only get from a certain location. Okay, sorry about that interruption. There'll be an item over there we're going to want to grab as well before we actually do return. We'll be going straight there just to grab that to return back. So yeah, so the next time we return here to the Great Plateau, we will be finishing it off. Then I'll be like 100% in the areas as well that we've been to, sort of, along the way. So yeah, that will do for this episode. Hope you guys have all enjoyed, and in the next episode we are going to be heading off that way. Well, sort of. We're going to go a little bit over there around the corner, then we're going to work our way off that way. So, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.